Hello world, another beautiful day. Yeah. We're talking about Gotham Knights here. Found this article, it says Gotham Knights, the death of Batman may hit different for Red Hood. I mean, WB Games is making Gotham Knights and they're using Batman proteges, meaning Nightwing, Robin, Batgirl, and Red Hood. Probably Alfred and Commissioner Gordon. But each character, comes with their own story about the Gotham Knights story. And Red Hood might probably explain it a lot more better. So Robin's story could explain it too, what happened to Batman. Nightwing's story could explain what happened to Batman. And Batgirl's story could explain what happened to Batman too. So all four characters, all four proteges got some explanation to do within Gotham Knights. So Gotham Knights right now is being worked on. Have you guys played Arkham Asylum, City, Origins, and Knights? Have you paid attention to the details of the levels and realized the amount of work that the developers had to put in to get the game where it needed to be? Each one of them. And then each game, Batman Arkham Asylum, Arkham City, Origins, and Batman Arkham Knight, they all laid a foundation in Batman games. So Gotham Knights now is trying to lay a foundation too, but it's also trying to surpass the previous four. So that's what Gotham Knights is up against. So you're not going to be able to play as Batman, or maybe, but you're playing as the proteges like Robin, Nightwing, Red Hood, and Batgirl, and they all got their stories to explain in the game. So WB Games is hard at work, and you're talking about the game. The game is a little bit bigger than the ones that you previously played. So of course it's going to take some time. And of course we got the pandemic to deal with too. So that put a damper on everything. But anyway, it says here, Gotham Knights, the death of Batman may hit differently for Red Hood. It says here, Bruce Wayne's deaths leave his protege protecting the streets of Gotham, but it may mean something very different for Red Hood. It says here, Bruce Wayne's death is the foundation of WB Montreal upcoming Gotham Knights. Without the Cape Crusader protecting the city, it is up to the four of Batman's proteges to succeed him. Anyway, Gotham Knights, Nightwing, Batgirl, Robin, and Red Hood will try to take the place of the world's greatest detective, as Gotham is hounded by old villains and the mysterious court of owls alike. Though all of the game playable characters were close to Bruce Wayne, Red Hood may have particularly unique perspective on Batman's death. And it says here, the version of Red Hood will be appearing in Gotham Knights like Nightwing was once a version of Robin. Bruce Wayne's first encounter, Jason Todd, as he's trying to steal the wheel of the Batmobile, originally sent to an abusive school for boys. Jason gained his place as Batman knew Robin when he uncovered that the school was a front for criminal operations. Jason Todd's reign as Robin had very different tone to his predecessor, Dick Grayson. Alfred Pensworth described Jason as having a mean streak. In Batman 424, it was heavily implied that Jason Todd pushed an ambassador's son to his death after finding out the man had diplomatic immunity despite being involved in Gotham's criminal underworld. It wasn't long before Bruce put his foot down and Jason Todd was banned from doing the robbing costume and fighting crime. In Batman, A Death in the Family, the Joker murdered Jason Todd and his recently rediscovered mother while Batman was attempting to stop a truck full of Joker's venom. Jason was only dead for half a year. However, before event elsewhere in the DC universe brought him back to life. In another story, an evil version of Superman punched the fabric of reality so hard that it caused a ripple through the timeline that resurrected Jason Todd. So Superman has something to do with this, huh? Alright. Says here, restored to full health by Talia Al Ghul using the League of Shadows Lazarus Pit. Jason blamed Bruce Wayne for his death and for not avenging him by killing the Joker. Jason returned to Gotham as Red Hood. He took over several gangs in Gotham Underworld and began plotting his revenge. At one point, he even directly fought with Batman after working with the assassin Onyx, revealing his face and resurrection at the end of their fight. Says here, later Jason kidnapped the Joker and attempted to force Bruce to choose between letting Jason kill the Joker or killing Jason to prevent the murder. That's a tough spot to be in. Batman was able to disarm Red Hood using a last-second batarang, and the Joker escaped. Though Red Hood would later come to work more frequently with the Bat family, they often came to blows and were suspicious of Jason Todd's extreme and criminal methods. Bruce Wayne's death could be particularly interesting in Gotham Knights from Jason Todd's perspective, depending on where in his arch player finds Red Hood in the game. Jason could feel that Batman's death in some way avenge his own. He could also feel immense guilt, being put in the same position Bruce was in when he thought he lost Jason. It's also possible that Jason's hot-headedness may lead him to one conclusion: intense, all-consuming hatred and or a desire to revenge Bruce's death. And it says here, players will be able to play through all of the games as just one of Gotham Knights' 4 playable characters. Hopefully, however, the PC will be individually characterized enough to make playing as each of them feel as distinct in terms of story as it will be mechanically. If there's any character who should have a unique take on Bruce Wayne's death in Gotham Knights, it's Red Hood. So, like I told you guys before, Gotham Knights, every character has a story to tell. Each one of them. Alfred, Commissioner Gordon, if they're playable. Batman, Batgirl, Nightwing, and Red Hood, they all got their story. But according to this article, Red Hood may have more information, so we'll wait and see when the game comes out. But by the looks of it, and based on the games, all the Batman games that we've played so far, you know, that came out from WB Games and WB Games and Rocksteady, this game looks like it's going to be good. But now Gotham Knights has to ascend over the previous games, you know, and the foundation that each game laid, whether it's Arkham Asylum, Arkham City, Origins, and Arkham Knight. Gotham Knights got to surpass all those games, and then take the Batman game to another level. But other than that, man, based on what I just read, man, these developers are hard at work trying to really bring out the story in gameplay and cutscenes and all that. So a lot to look forward to when it comes to this game. So this game won't come out till 2022. And it says here on PC, PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Xbox One and Xbox Series X/S in 2022. And you best believe that they were paying attention to what happened to CD Projekt Red with the whole Cyberpunk thing. So that plays a factor too, you know, in game development. You know, developers are watching whenever a big game is supposed to come out. All the game industry glue in on that game to see how it does on release day and all that. And then developers are sitting there like, okay, we don't want to fall into the same predicament like they did, you know. So they're hard at work at this game, man. But The game is, of course, the game is going to be bigger than Arkham Knight. It's going to be bigger than Arkham Knight, no doubt. But now they're putting the pieces to the puzzle and trying to bring this game to life. And that's what they're up against right now. But I will keep you guys posted about Gotham Knights, and I'm going to leave a link in the description box with this article. And nice talking to you people again. Chris, still a Star Wars and Star Trek thing, or Dark Side. I'm gone. Peace.